My child, listen and do not harden your heart, for I am speaking to you in a clear voice that rises above the noise that has surrounded you for so long. I have watched you stand in doorways with questions that clung to your shoulders like dust, and I have watched you carry concerns from room to room, hoping they would dissolve if you just kept moving. I have seen the hours slip by like water beneath a bridge, and tonight I lay my hand upon the clock and tell you plainly, there is a window I am opening for you, and I do not want you to miss it. Archangel Michael says, 2 hours left. Do you understand? This is not to frighten you, it is to focus you. 2 hours to choose peace over confusion, truth over flattery, and courage over delay. This is about the house you are living in, the atmosphere you allow, the boundaries you honor, the doors you open, and the voices you entertain. And I say to you, soon a woman will attempt to step closer than she should, to bring a word that is not from me, to plant something small that grows into a vine around your trust. Do not panic. Do not harden yourself into bitterness. Simply listen now and obey, and I will set a guard at your threshold. You have felt the tug, an uneasiness that rises when certain footsteps approach, when certain messages arrive at odd hours, when certain favors feel heavier than their kindness. You have wondered whether it is your imagination, or whether your compassion is clouding your discernment. Child, your compassion is a gift I gave you. It does not require you to ignore alarms I also placed within you. The peace I give does not argue with itself. My spirit does not twist your stomach. When I warn you, I do so to preserve your soft heart, not to make it hard. So hear me, there is a difference between being loving and being led astray, between hospitality and surrendering your house to confusion, between forgiveness and the removal of wisdom. Your home is not only walls and a roof, it is a sanctuary I have set apart for your rest, your growth, and your healing. I am not asking you to live in suspicion, I am teaching you to live with clear borders. Archangel Michael has drawn a line of light across your doorway. This line is not visible to the natural eye, but it is a boundary in the spirit. What brings chaos may not cross, what comes to control may not command, what arrives to extract may not remain. In these 2 hours, I ask you to agree with me. Agreement is not passive, it is an action. Stand in your entryway, whether the physical door, or the place in your heart where you decide who gets close, and say, only what serves God's peace may enter here. Speak it softly if you must, but speak it with conviction. I am not sending you to argue with anyone, I am asking you to set the climate of your house by my breath, not by theirs. You have watched patterns. You have seen promises appear and then dissolve like mist. You have shared parts of your story that were holy and small, only to feel them discussed in rooms you never entered. My child, that sensation of being known in the wrong way is not your imagination. I am exposing the tiny leaks in your container so that the precious oil I am pouring into you would not be wasted. The woman I am warning you about is not a monster, She is a soul I love and will pursue with mercy. But in this season she is carrying seeds that do not belong in your soil. Seeds of comparison. Seeds of indebtedness. Seeds of information traded as intimacy. She does not realize how entangled she has become with approval that changes direction like the wind. Do not gossip about her, do not curse her, do not brand her with labels that I would never place on a human I knit together in the secret place. Bless her, release her to me, and close the gates through which her influence has quietly taken root in your rooms. You have been faithful, even when your faithfulness was called stubbornness and your gratitude was misread as weakness. I have recorded every quiet yes. I have kept the tears you wiped away before anyone could see. You have asked me if your intuition is prideful. I tell you now that humility is not self-doubt. Humility is the willingness to align with what I say even when it makes you look strange to those who demand easy access to you. You do not owe your house to every urgency that knocks. You do not owe your attention to every tale that presents itself as a gift. Your house, your literal home and the inward rooms of your heart, shall become a place of clarity. I will turn on the lamps in corners you have left dim because you were too tired to rearrange them. I will teach you how to make a safe nest without building a fortress of fear. Hear me clearly, do not dramatize what I am saying, and do not minimize it. Simply obey. In these 2 hours, there are small obediences that will become big deliverances. Pick up the stray items that carry yesterday's heaviness and set them aside. Open a window for a moment and let fresh air remind your lungs that not every breath must carry someone else's story. Wipe the threshold with water and whisper, "Peace be to this house." Walk through each room once, not as a detective searching for wrong, but as a keeper confirming what belongs. If something stings your spirit, take note. You will not fix everything tonight, but you will agree with me tonight, and that agreement will begin the shift. You have hesitated to change your routines because you fear being called cold. But warmth without wisdom burns the very ones you wanted to comfort. My warmth includes light, not just heat. My welcome includes truth, not just a smile. I give you permission to say, not tonight, not this conversation, not this surprise visit. I give you permission to let calls go to tomorrow. I give you permission to refuse the gift that comes with a string. Your worth is not measured by your accessibility. Your goodness is not proven by your exhaustion. You are not the answer to everyone's crisis. I am. You are the steward of the house I placed you in, and that stewardship requires you to choose what serves life. Soon the woman will try again, not with obvious harm but with a need that places you in a corner. It will sound compassionate to forget your boundaries, it will sound mean to honor them. Child, choose what I said, not what guilt says. Guilt imitates conviction but does not produce peace. Conviction is gentle and steady, guilt is noisy and erratic. Conviction invites you toward the next right step, guilt drags you into old loops. The next right step is to clarify access. This is not punishment, this is health. Write it if you must. Access must match trust, and trust must match truth. You can be kind and careful at the same time. You can be generous without becoming hollow. I am creating a new atmosphere in your house. The air will feel different. The nights will quiet themselves. The mornings will meet you with instructions that are small enough to do and strong enough to matter. I am not asking you to renovate your life in a single day. I am asking you to release what keeps the door open to confusion. You already know the moments when your peace breaks. Pay attention to them the way you would pay attention to a strange smell in the kitchen. Investigate, ventilate, and separate the source from the food you are preparing for your future. You are cooking something precious with me in this season, and not every ingredient belongs in this pot. You have asked for confirmation after confirmation, and I have sent them. Remember the conversation where your name was spoken as if it could be carried like a bag? Remember the favor you granted that became a lever to move you where you did not want to stand? Remember the small secret you shared that returned to you with an extra detail attached? These were not punishments, they were indicators. Now I bring you to a turn. The turn is not dramatic on the outside, it is decisive on the inside. It sounds like, I will not be managed by threats of withdrawal, I will not be enticed by flattery that asks for keys, I will not be shamed into hospitality that costs the safety of my spirit. Say these things softly if you want, but say them. Your house will hear you and be glad. I will teach you how to lock your door without locking your heart. The lock is for timing, not for worth, for seasons, not for status. The lock is not against people, it is for my presence to settle in you without interruption. When I say 2 hours, I am highlighting a threshold moment, a chance to choose a cadence that agrees with your healing. After these 2 hours, the woman's attempt will not be as sticky, and your no will not feel like betrayal. The momentum of heaven will carry you forward because you aligned when I asked. Do not argue with imaginary scenes. Do not rehearse confrontations you will never have. Keep your words clean and few, and let your decisions speak louder than explanations. Forgiveness will be part of this, and so will distance. You have believed that distance cancels love, it does not. Sometimes distance preserves love by keeping it from being mishandled. You have believed that boundaries announce judgment, they do not. They announce stewardship. You have believed that saying no means you think yourself better, it does not. It means you know what I am building in you and will not compromise it to keep a door open to a draft that chills your soul. I am with you in the smallness of this night, and I am with you in the largeness of what follows. Archangel Michael stands watch not to make you fearful, but to remind you that heaven is near. You are not alone in this house. Even when you live alone, you are not alone. Even when others live with you, you are not drowned by their noise. There is a place inside you where my voice is a quiet lake, and tonight I bring you back to that water. Drink and be still. From that stillness, write one clear sentence on a piece of paper and set it where you can see it when you wake. Write what you are choosing. This house is for peace and truth, or I choose clarity, or I honor what God is building. Simple words, strong roots. You have asked if I am disappointed in how long it has taken you to act. No, child. I am patient with you. I know the bruises that shaped your reflexes. I know why you open the door even when you are tired, why you say yes even when your spirit whispers no, why you stay in conversations that feel like a maze. I am not scolding you, I am guiding you. When I tell you soon a woman will reach for influence in your house, I am not exposing you to shame, I am exposing you to freedom. I am not sending you to prove anything, I am sending you to preserve what I gave you. You will not return to confusion after this. The flavor of the house will change, and the people who truly love you will taste it and rejoice. I need you to understand that the enemy does not always kick down doors, sometimes he borrows a smile. He does not always accuse, sometimes he compliments until you are sleeping. He does not always demand, sometimes he reminds you of old debts that were already forgiven. When you feel that old pull, remember, I do not motivate you with dread. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. The weight you feel when someone approaches with a story that requires immediate access, immediate loyalty, immediate sacrifice, that is not my way. My way makes you stand taller in your own soul. My way clarifies your responsibilities and returns your breath to you. Bring me your fear of being misunderstood. Lay it in my hands. There will be moments when your quiet boundaries are misread as coldness. Let them be misread. I vindicate you in time. It is not your job to keep false versions of you from being told, it is your job to remain true in me. The more you chase explanations, the more your house aches. The more you guard what I gave you with gentle resolve, the more your house heals. Choose the second way. Let me be your explanation. I will speak for you in rooms you do not enter, and I will close mouths that open too quickly around your name. Do not fear retaliation for choosing peace. Do not fear loneliness for choosing wisdom. When you make room for me, I fill it. New friends will come who do not need your secrets to feel close, who do not need your exhaustion to feel loved, who do not require your constant availability to know they are valued. They will knock at appropriate hours. They will honor no as much as yes. They will laugh without using anyone as the joke. They will bring bread that tastes like rest, conversations that sound like windows opening. I am preparing them even now, and I am preparing you to receive them by giving you practice in these small obediences. Consider your keys, the literal ones and the figurative ones. Who holds copies? Who claims a passcode to your attention because of history? Who assumes your yes because you have been reliable? Take inventory without bitterness. You are not revoking kindness, you are updating the agreement. You are not punishing, you are pruning. Some keys must be returned, if only in your heart. If they appeal to your guilt, bless them and keep walking. If they appeal to your fear of abandonment, remember that I have promised never to leave you or forsake you. If they appeal to your longing for approval, remember that you already have mine, and that my approval does not manipulate you. Tonight you will sleep differently. Before you sleep, open your window or your mind to me and breathe. Give me the last words of your day. I choose your peace over my habit. If tears come, let them fall like rain that cleanses a garden after a dust storm. If you feel silly speaking to empty rooms, remember they are not empty to me. Angels heed my words, and your house will learn your voice as you bless it. Speak blessing over your doorposts, your table, your bed, your spaces of work and quiet. Say, belongings, align with purpose. Walls, host kindness. Corners, release heaviness. Roof, shelter truth. You are not casting spells, you are exercising stewardship with your tongue, which carries life or death. Choose life. As for the woman, do not prepare speeches. Prepare boundaries. If she arrives at your text messages with urgency, reply with time that belongs to you, not to manipulation. I'm not available tonight, we can talk later. If she arrives with a gift that makes you feel indebted, say, thank you, but I cannot accept this, or accept it and keep your boundaries anyway without letting a ribbon dictate your decisions. If she arrives with concern about your house that somehow grants her access to your private matters, remember that concern can be a costume. You owe no private tour of your personal rooms to concern that does not serve your healing. My spirit will signal you with a tightening or a loosening. Heed the looseness, resist the tightening. This is how you will know. I will not allow this moment to pass without fruit. When you awaken, you will feel the atmosphere clearer. The house will not have moved, but the territory will have changed. The unresolved conversations that used to hover like insects will be quieter. Old invitations will seem dull. You will not need to block everything or burn bridges. You will simply walk the path I mark and find that the wrong feet lose interest in following. This is my kindness to you. I change appetites as well as access. The cravings for chaotic companionship will weaken, and the hunger for contemplative companionship will strengthen. I will sit with you in that hunger and feed it well. Archangel Michael reminds you one more time, 2 hours left to agree with heaven about your house. Not 2 hours to rush, not 2 hours to fear, not 2 hours to tally enemies. 2 hours to choose the simplest yes, yes to peace, yes to truth, yes to quiet strength that does not argue. If you use these hours to fold clothes, to wash a cup, to put your phone in another room, to write a sentence of commitment, these hours will be holy. If you use them to doom scroll, to relitigate old hurts in your mind, to draft messages you will never send, the hours will pass and leave little behind. Choose the holy way. I will sit with you as you do. You asked me, what if I fail again? Listen, failure is not a door that locks you out, it is a lesson that opens another route. When you stumble, I pick you up without sarcasm. When you forget, I remind you without contempt. I train you the way a patient gardener trains a vine to a trellis, gently, consistently, with an eye on the harvest, not the awkwardness of early growth. Your house is becoming a trellis for your life, a structure that helps you climb toward light. Do not despise the slow, gentle ties that keep you from sprawling across places you were never meant to cover. You are not shrinking, you are strengthening. I am not done speaking, but I will let you breathe. Receive this without panic. Let the urgency be a bell, not a siren. In these 2 hours, obey one instruction and watch how the ground shifts beneath your steps. If fear whispers that you are making too much of nothing, answer fear with evidence. Your body knows the difference between peace and performance. Your nights know. Your mornings know. And most of all, I know, and I am not careless with your life. I have counted the hairs on your head, I can certainly number the doors that should remain closed. My child, I bless your house. I bless the hinges to move only at the counsel of peace. I bless the windows to open only to the fresh wind of truth. I bless the table to host conversations that nourish rather than drain. I bless the bed with rest that stitches frayed edges back together. I bless the floor with strength for the work of your purpose. I bless your phone with holy restraint and your time with holy priority. I bless your heart to remember that love is not proven by how much you endure from the wrong people, but by how faithfully you respond to the right voice, mine. Go now. Do the small thing you can do in the next few moments. Whisper the sentence. Close the tab. Put away what doesn't belong. Throw away what carries yesterday's bargaining. Turn off the lamp that keeps you awake for no reason. Stand at the threshold and agree with me, as for this house, these rooms, this mind, this breath, we will serve peace and truth. When the woman approaches, you will be ready with kindness and clarity. And when you feel the tug to return to the old pattern, you will remember this night and the line of light across your door. I am with you. I am for you. I will keep you. And what I keep becomes a testimony, not a prison. Rest in me and rise in the morning with the quiet certainty that the house you are living in has shifted toward heaven. I am the one who formed you, and I am the one who knows the sound of your feet on the floorboards, the line of sunlight across your wall at dawn, the secret sigh the roof keeps when the night cools, and the hush that lives in your hallway after a long day. I know the scent of your pillows and the drawer where you keep the papers you don't want to misplace. I know the time stamps on your messages, the moments you waited for a reply, the way you straighten frames on the wall when you need your heart to quiet down. I know the house that holds you now. I have counted its windows and measured its doors with loving care. I have stationed watchmen you cannot see at every threshold. I have placed a weight in your spirit that you have called uneasiness, but I call it my gentle hand on your sleeve. Hear me now, there is a window of 2 hours upon you, and it is not a clock of doom, but a clock of decision. In it, you will choose to treat your home as a place of covenant or as a space of convenience. I am with you in this choice. I do not leave you to guess. You have felt the stirring already. The air in a room changes before the knock ever comes to the door. I give you this to comfort you. Your sensitivity is not weakness. It is evidence that I am training you to read what the eyes cannot see. Your house is not just walls and rent and keys. It is your lampstand, the little sanctuary where you lay your head and dream, where your thoughts either climb like incense or sink like stones. I am jealous for it, for I am jealous for you. In the next span of hours there shall be an approach, a message, a call, a tap on your door, a proposal, an invitation that seems practical, a hand extended with a smile practiced before a mirror. This is about the house you are living in. Very soon a woman is going to attempt entry, not only at your door, but into the arrangements and permissions that surround your living place, and through those into the quiet of your mind. Do not hate her. Do not fear her. Do not romanticize her. See her plainly. She will wear usefulness like a cloak and rush like a wind that wants to rearrange your furniture before you remember where the couch belongs. You have asked me, Lord, why do I feel hurried when I haven't even made a decision? Because pressure knocks before people do. Because flattery arrives before forms do. Because the spirit that uses urgency to hijack consent rehearses its lines long before a human voice speaks them. A woman will come, and the story on her lips will be a rope braided of 3 strands. This is for your benefit, this is normal, this must be decided quickly. She will point to a change of terms, a change of access, a change of arrangements. She will call the change a small thing, and the word small will be her most skillful tool. She will not announce herself as a threat. She will introduce herself as an answer. But I am the one who answers, and I am the one who guards your thresholds. I am telling you this now so you will not confuse being kind with surrendering stewardship, and you will not confuse being spiritual with being careless. Listen to me and write this wisdom on the frame of your door with your breath. What you allow through your threshold forms what forms you. Not everything that arrives smiling comes to stay with blessing. Not everything that knocks deserves a seat. You can be gracious without being gullible. You can be courteous without being conquered. The ground of your home was not meant to be bartered by fear of disappointing a stranger. When the approach comes, speak gently and stand firmly. Say, I will read this with care. Say, I need time. Say, I will verify. Say, I will consult the owner of my life, and let that sentence be more than a phrase. Consult me. Turn your face to the wall and call my name even if you only have a minute between one ring and the next. I will make minutes become a meadow where you can breathe and see.